What's the look?
You know what I'm thinking about.
La 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 lava. Chicken. Still love chicken. I don't know.
Now you're ringing a bell. Ding ding. I always remember that part.
Yeah.
Should we just get into that?
Yeah. Get into it.
Get into it. Ad-lib. Ad-lib.
Yeah.
Minecraft movie. We saw it.
We saw it. It was a movie.
Yeah. There were actors.
Yeah.
Actresses.
There was romance.
There was romance. I was about to say there wasn't, but there was.
There was romance.
There was romance.
There was action.
There was action. There were jokes.
Yeah.
Kind
there
of.
was, yeah. Adventure.
Adventure. Discovery. Villains. Creativity. Heroes.
Yeah.
Honestly,
there was Steve.
Honestly, I literally just remember the memes.
Yeah.
I think I remember more of the movie from TikToks after watching the movie.
Same.
I was pretty drunk. I'm gonna get into it in a minute. I was pretty drunk in that movie theater.
Oh, it was so much fun though.
It was great. It was I think the people in front of us had a better time though.
Yeah. No, they honestly made the movie for me because, like, that whole group, but especially that one guy was so stoned, and he was like having a conversation with the movie the whole movie, and it was like really funny.
I didn't notice until some of the slower parts, until it got quiet, and I was like, who's talking? And I looked up front, and then I think I could even see the friend be like, hey dude, shut up.
Yeah, I definitely saw that.
And it just didn't matter. Oh my god.
No, I swear he was talking like the whole time. We just couldn't hear him during the loud action parts.
Yeah, okay. I think I mentioned this and I'm mentioning it. What I do remember is that movie moved so fast.
Yeah.
Like 1,000 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Holy crap. I could not keep up.
And we were like 3 rows from the screen.
That's true.
So it was brutal.
It was loud.
It was loud. There was a lot of movement.
And that theater was packed.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
On a fucking Tuesday.
On a Tuesday. Well, apparently, so I think I was telling you, I was watching a video on like the film industry. So apparently discount Tuesdays are a thing in most theaters. And that is actually, so like, it's like, this is like the opening week crawl that they explained in the video. It was like, so Friday night the movie comes out, it's at the best it's ever been. Then in current landscape, it'll drop like 60% day 2, 60% of that day 3. And then Monday is like nothing. And then Tuesday, it'll jump 90%.
Oh.
But usually it's not a packed movie, packed theater. We're talking about like art house movies where, you know, jumping 90% is jumping from 10 people to 20 people.
Yeah. I was shocked how packed it was, especially because we were going to a later showing and there was a lot of children in there.
Yeah.
A lot.
I'm kind of
glad. A lot of adults too, though.
A lot of adults. I think.
But more children than I expected.
More children. A lot of families too. A
lot of families, yeah.
A lot of families, a lot of groups. I'm kind of glad people behave themselves. Having seen other videos of like popcorn everywhere, fireworks, air horns, chickens.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a bit much.
I didn't think we would see that in our theater though. But I'm very glad that we saw the like audience participation stuff. Because I didn't think we would see that either. But everybody clapped when he said, "I am Steve." And then everybody yelled chicken jockey. And then it was great. And the group of kids right in front of us. Oh yeah. When like something like, I forget what happened, but something happened that's like totally not in the game at all. And the one kid was like, "What the fuck?" Do you remember that?
I do remember that. Was that when like they like crafted stuff incorrectly or something?
I think it might have been something like that. Yeah.
And I was like, actually. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Which we were talking about that to begin with. We were like,
yeah.
It seems like the makers of it did it. You know, I found out you know who the director of that Minecraft movie was?
No.
The person who directed oh god, I'm forgetting the movie. What's the movie of Vote for Pedro?
Oh, Napoleon Dynamite.
Same director.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Which, now that I think about it, makes sense. Like, in the beginning, there's that kind of dry humor. It felt kind of Napoleon Dynamite-y. That whole thing with Jennifer Coolidge and her ex-husband and, like, the school. They just, like, open up, like, oversharing way too much. And everyone's, like, uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That felt a little Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah.
I think
the guy, Jason Momoa's character.
Yes.
Now that I think about it, that actually felt. Remember how like the brother to Napoleon in that movie is like he dresses up like all like cool or whatever to like meet his girlfriend or whatever, or she changes his style or whatever. That's like that. Now that you say it, that kind of reminds me of like Jason Momoa's character. Like he was just like a total nerd, but like thinks he's like hot shit.
Coolest person ever.
Yeah.
I was the best at this game in 1980. What do they call him, the Trash Man or something?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, I kind of see that. Okay.
And I kind of enjoyed the kind of drier moments.
I did too.
In it.
That was actually my favorite part.
One of my favorite scenes, and it was so quick, was when the sister is at her job and she's talking to the employees, and she's like the social media director of a potato chip factory, and she's like talking to all like the people who've been working there for like decades, and like, okay, so we gotta like really work on like our presence and our SEO, and they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? It was like such a quick moment, but I was like, oh, that's great. That was hilarious.
It is great.
But once they step into Minecraft, holy crap, that movie moved at 1,000 miles there. It had like an Marvel Endgame style ending with like the two armies like going to fight each other. I was like,
no, it did.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I was just not expecting the like amount of sexual jokes and innuendos.
So horny.
Yeah, the Minecraft movie's really horny.
I mean, people are really shipping Steve and Jason Momoa.
Well, yeah, they 69 in the air using an elytra. That's pretty fucking epic.
Yeah. Well, also just like when Jason Momoa was like, you can come back and like be my best friend. They like kind of like caress each other.
Yeah.
Like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Yeah. That all makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, well, and let's not forget about Jennifer Coolidge's relationship.
Oh, that's right. That was also so horny. Oh my god, with the villager.
With the villager.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Nothing even happened with that. Like I thought like the villager and Jennifer Coolidge would like come into Minecraft and like save them at the last minute or something.
It was just like a total like.
It was just like a joke that I guess. It was all set up for that post credits joke, which was
great.
Great, so good,
so funny. Yeah,
it was the guy from What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what a voice.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, I need to like. I know we're talking about like getting together with some friends and watching some action movies or something and making fun of them, which you can still do. But I think the next movie I need to see needs to be adults talking for like 2 hours. I was mentioning like I kind of want to see Marriage Story now.
Yeah, you know what? One of our friends asked me what the last movie I saw was, and I had to say the Minecraft movie, and I was like, "Oh, that's kind of embarrassing."
Oh, you know what one of our friends saw recently that I've been hearing about? E27.
Oh,
apparently that's like really cool and very like atmospheric and slow.
Yeah,
and it's like about like what would happen is in the future when society like moves to another planet, like society like all these things in politics can happen, and maybe that's a mirror for our world and stuff. Like, okay, cool. And apparently it's like really slow. People are complaining because there's a lot of like people walking through the ice and stuff. I'm like, oh. Great. Love that. Love that. Or like, maybe I should watch Poor Things again. What a good movie.
Well, you know what I've just started watching? It's not a movie, but it's a really good show.
Oh, yeah?
Is my boyfriend and I just started watching, what's it called? I just had the name and then it just left. It's like a water cooler show right now. Like everybody's talking about it.
Severance?
Yes. We started watching Severance and we got hooked. We watched like 5 episodes in like the span of 24 hours. I mean, separated by, it was over like 2 days. Technically.
Right. Yeah. Separated by sleep. Yeah.
Yeah. Separated by sleep. Yeah. He's only, he's only over for like 24 hours. So.
Well, we can talk about it because before the whole second season of Severance came out, everyone's talking about it. Mm-hmm. About a year ago, I sat down and started watching Severance, and I'm gonna be so real, I got bored out of my mind and stopped watching.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't find the concept super. I don't know. I didn't find the concept super interesting, and every twist, at least in the first couple episodes, I kind of saw, and I was just like, and my reaction was not like, wow, that's interesting. It was just kind of like, and like this is the whole thing where it's like, there's that boss who's really mean on the inside, but on the outside, she's like this super flowery grandma person. I was just kind of like, okay. Yeah. And your point being, I don't know. I didn't find it interesting as far as like, well, I think I saw like 3 or 4 episodes.
Maybe it's better watched with someone.
Okay, I was watching by myself.
Okay, yeah, because I thought it was really fun, like being able to like. I see what you're saying. I don't know if it would be as fun watching by myself, but
I think I'm also a lot harder on movies and TV shows when I watch them by myself.
Sure.
This happened recently. Me and a roommate, we've been watching anime together, and we finished watching this incredible anime called Orb. Mm-hmm. It's like kind of loose. It's like historical fiction. Okay. About in Europe, you know what heliocentrism is? Like the fact that the sun is the center of our galaxy, or not a galaxy, of our solar system. Sure. You know, in the 15th century, it was thought that the Earth was the center of everything. Right. And then these mathematicians started figuring out, hey, the numbers don't make sense. It makes more sense if the sun isn't. And the church's response was just to start labeling them as heretics and burning them and killing them. Sure. And so it's about it's a historical fiction about this one. It's like through time. It's like 3 generations of scientists. Oh. And as they pass the torch of this idea along to each other. Oh. So like there's like 3 kind of arcs. So like the first one is like a younger child who's like a prodigy, and he like kind of gets embroiled in this whole thing, and then he writes all these books, but then he gets found out and dies, but he hides the books, and then those books get found out by some other people, and then they go, and then one guy writes another book about the sun being the center of the galaxy. I always say galaxy, of the solar system. Mm-hmm. And then they end up dying, and then it's about there was, I don't know if you know about like the Reformation and stuff, but there was like the Catholic Church split, and then there was all these wars in Europe. Mm-hmm. And it was about like the printing press and stuff, and like trying to print these books and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. And I was like super interested in where it was going. And then at the very end, the last couple episodes, it's really depressing. Spoilers, everyone dies in that show.
Okay.
It's like
one of those.
It's like you meet everyone, they're super cool, and then they die, but it's about the idea that ideas can live longer than people. Can outlive us. And the last 2 episodes follow someone almost 100% removed from everything that's going on. And it is like, oh yeah, this guy knew a couple of characters we've seen before, and he didn't really want to go into science because his dad was killed because of heretic and fighting over science and stuff. But then he gets convinced to go to university, and he ends up being the teacher of Copernicus, who is historically the person who made the heliocentric model that was accepted by the church in the 1500s. So that's the one bit that's like historically true. But I like at the very end of the episode, I was like, I didn't like how that ended, because what the fuck? That just all seemed to come out of nowhere. But then I was talking with my roommate, and he kind of saw it differently. He kind of saw it more like the theming of the entire show, and we talked it over about it. And actually, after talking about it with someone, I was like, oh, actually, I don't hate the show as much. I do like it more. So sometimes I need that, I think.
Yeah.
So maybe if I had someone to sit down and talk to as I watch Severance, maybe.
Your roommates might like it.
My roommates have already seen it.
Oh.
And we're not big fans of it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Well, I'm really enjoying it.
That was also only the first season. Apparently, the second season is like crazy.
We're still only on the first season, and I'm in love. I just love weird shit like this show has.
You know what it's reminding me of? I think it reminds me too much of Black Mirror.
Never seen Black Mirror.
I think that's it. And it's just, when I watch it, I'm like, oh, I've seen better Black Mirror episodes. But you know the premise of Black Mirror, right?
Yeah, isn't every episode its own story?
It's like the Twilight Zone. It's like a new version of Twilight Zone. But usually Black Mirror, it's Twilight Zone, but specifically about technology. So they're like a famous episode is like, what if you could block people in real life? Oh, what if like being an influencer is like all you're worth? Or, you know, there's different like technological things. Like, what if we all live in pods or something? Or, you know, that's
interesting.
It's kind of it's kind of Twilight Zone-y stuff. And so the idea of like, okay, you can split your personality between being at work and being not at work. Immediately I'm like, oh, this is a Black Mirror episode. I think because of that, I'm like anticipating the twists and turns like a Black Mirror episode. But the thing is, a Black Mirror episode is an entire idea in 45 minutes.
See, I didn't know anything about Severance except my boyfriend and I watched the trailer, and it kind of just briefly tells you about the separation of the mind between work and personal life.
Right.
And we were like, ooh, that sounds cool and interesting. And then we started watching it. So like I'd heard people talking of it, but not like in detail. And I've never seen Black Mirror or really heard somebody talk about it.
You never seen Black Mirror? That used to be the water cooler show.
Oh, that's the thing, is I've never really been one to watch the water cooler shows. I'm usually watching something else, but I've had multiple people bring up that show.
Oh.
And then I was just like, I don't even know what the show is. So, like I said, my boyfriend and I checked it out together. And then we're like, oh, like, let's try this. And we got hooked.
Okay, well, just tell me about it.
Okay.
And maybe I'll change my mind.
Okay.
I think you would like Black Mirror then if you like Severance.
Probably. I do like really weird shit. You know what? Severance reminds me of a movie that I watched. Not at all in like plot, but like
in vibe. Yeah.
Totally. I love this movie called Vivarium. I think that's what it's called. It's got Jesse Eisenberg in it, and I can't name anyone else who's in it. I don't know the other actors and actresses.
Okay.
But it's really good, and I don't even want to tell you what it's about because
that kind of gives it away. Yeah.
Yeah, because I went in blind to that movie and was like taken for a fucking ride. Like, it's so good. You just gotta watch. Don't even look up anything. You just gotta watch Vivarium. something like that.
Ah.
And
Well,
yeah.
I need something to cleanse the Minecraft movie from my brain.
Yeah, that one's good. And it's like mainly two people talking like you said you wanted. So
I love that.
But also weird shit ensues.
Okay.
So
that's a fun one.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could do that.
I highly recommend that one. What else? I just finished the second season of School Spirits.
You were telling me about that. It's on my list.
I've told you about that show before. It's really good. They left off on another cliffhanger at the end of the season, and I'm fucking livid because it took like 5 years to get the second season out.
And then they're going to cancel it.
I just know they are.
Yeah, they are.
I just know they are, and I'm fucking pissed. I'm like, my mom and I, during the last episode, like, the main character starts making, like, bad choices. Like, she has the opportunity to, like, resolve the whole story.
Yeah.
And she spends the entire episode making shit worse. And then, like, there's all this drama. And my mom and I were, like, yelling at the TV because we were, like, so anxious because of what they were doing. And I was just like, fucking go. Like, what are you doing? What are we doing here? Yeah. I still think it's a really good show, but I'm going to be fucking pissed if they don't resolve the story. Can we stop just, like, expanding shows for the sake of expanding shows? Can we just, like, have a nice, concise, beautiful story?
Well, I was gonna mention, a lot of times I don't pick up a show until it's completed.
Yeah, and you know what? You can wait for that show. Once you watch though, it's really good. The first season, actually both seasons have great soundtracks too. The first season has Wet Leg in it.
Yeah.
Second season, who was standout? They had Magdalena Bay.
Okay. They
had Rachel Chinariri.
Ooh.
What are some of the other ones I remembered? I think they had
I think I heard a Rachel Chinariri song on the radio yesterday.
You know, she was the opener for Sabrina's Short and Sweet tour on the European leg.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I saw a TikTok of her getting arrested at her show where, you know how Sabrina's like, she has those fuzzy pink handcuffs and she like arrests someone for being too hot or whatever.
Right.
She arrested Rachel. And I was like, no way did I ever think I would like see this TikTok, like those two people.
Apparently Rachel Chinariri has like a whole bunch of traction. Like when she didn't come on the Remy Wolf tour, that was like a big deal apparently.
I wasn't even like, I had only started listening to her because I saw she was going to be on that tour and I was like, oh, I want to see who I'm going to see before Remy. And then I became an immediate fan, and when I saw she pulled out, I was like, no. I was so upset.
That was the whole thing. That was the thing where like other music reviewers who have never talked about her were like bringing that up, and I was like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know that was the thing.
Coachella just happened too. Or it
might
might
my
still be
Coachella
happening.
fit.
There's like 2 weekends. I don't know if the second weekend just happened or not.
I don't know. Coachella works.
I just been seeing some clips on my TikTok like of Gaga and Megan Thee Stallion. They cut Megan Thee Stallion off the first weekend or whatever.
There has been a whole bunch of drama about the lineup.
Yeah.
Like Green Day was like the headliner, and a lot of people were not happy about that. Cause like there was like Charlie XCX wasn't the headliner, and it was like a whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
there's always Coachella drama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it'd be cool to go if I could. I don't know.
Seems
like a lot.
I think if you are a celebrity, it's probably fun to go because somebody drives you there.
Right.
You don't have to worry about the stress of getting there, and then you immediately like can get ushered to the front of the stage or whatever, or backstage. You know, like, and then you're not dealing with the headache of Coachella. You know.
Yeah.
Which is like the amount of people. It's like.
And everyone's like living in their cars for a week, and it's like a whole thing.
Yeah, or if you're not living in your car, you're like renting a place really far away, and you have to like commute there, which is like the driving thing and stuff.
I bet playing Coachella is really cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think there's some more local music festivals that I'd much rather go to that really like international acts play at.
Oh,
what's your thought?
I probably can't. I was gonna say who's coming to a local venue, but then I was like,
we can talk about it off camera.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I just say who it is, but I won't say the venue?
Sure, you can say who it is.
G-Eazy. Do you know G-Eazy?
No.
He's a white rapper,
okay.
And he had like a couple really big hits, like with over 1 billion streams, like 2010s.
2010?
2010s.
Oh, tens. Okay.
Somewhere in there.
Okay.
And I saw he was coming to a local venue, and I was like, I really would have thought he would have been playing like bigger venues, but I guess he like kind of fell off because I hadn't even heard his name since like whatever that last hit he had came out.
I mean, I think our local venue gets bigger artists from time to time.
That's true.
I think the local venue, I'm pretty sure I know what you're talking about, is historically known by people in the know. I mean, I think it doesn't get like the super, obviously it's just not big enough. But it's kind of known, especially like I've seen like some bigger like indie rock and punk acts go there.
Okay.
I think it's more known as a rock venue. I don't think there's a lot of like pop and hip hop.
At least I don't know what he's doing now, but to my knowledge, he's not
super big, or
he's not a rock star. Person. But I don't know. Anyway, I just thought that was interesting.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
because it's not often we see.
I almost saw too many DJs up north of the city. I'm gonna say that city, not the South City. But tickets are like $200. They're just like a really amazing DJ act that usually only plays in like Mexico City and Ibiza. And they're like, oh, they're coming close by. I have to see them. I looked at the ticket prices. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess not. Also, I wouldn't be able to find anyone to go with, but I play their stuff sometimes at work.
Okay.
That DJ set that I'll play sometimes. I think I played it recently when we were packing.
Yeah, you might have. Yeah.
That's it. That's one of their mixes.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we just gotta go out and see more music before we go to Coachella.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh wow.
I kind of regretted not seeing. I'm gonna confuse it. Japanese House.
Oh yeah.
Because they like just came here.
Japanese House, yeah.
Yeah, not Breakfast.
Did we miss it already?
Yeah, I think it was like the 16th or something, and I saw it a while ago, and I was like, oh, I don't really know any of their stuff, and then we got really into that one song of theirs.
Yeah, but like I said, I listened to their other stuff, and I'm not. I'm like, my whole thing was like, I don't want to go to a show for one song.
Yeah. Well, I'm like the same way, which is why I didn't get tickets. But then I was like, but maybe I would have fallen in love with some of their other stuff, and like maybe we could have met some people, like because we want to get out more and stuff.
Is she a bandmate or is she a jam person? Someone play music with. Mm-hmm. They had a whole bunch of friends who were coming out of town to see Japanese House here. Mm-hmm. So we could have. Honestly, like I don't remember. I was really busy.
Yeah, honestly, it probably wouldn't have worked anyway. But
I know it's like a really lame excuse, but like I don't think the timing worked out. Yeah.
Well, I was just thinking like if somebody else comes and we only know like one or two of their songs, I might go anyway.
Sure. I think it totally depends. I would much rather go see a band where I like their vibe, but maybe I'm not in love with a single song.
Sure. Than
go see them just for one song. I'm not a fan of their like total vibe. Like I almost did that, and that band is they're like getting pretty popular. It's called like Frankie and the Witch Fingers. I almost went to see them, but then I got sick. This was like months ago. Mm-hmm. When I was like back to back sick. But I got their CD and I listened to the CD and I was like, I like the vibe of this band. There's not like one single song that's like, ooh, I have this stuck in my head. I want to play it a lot, but like, I would love to see a show by them.
Yeah.
And then I saw that they were doing KXP and more people were talking about them and they're getting a lot of traction.
Yeah.
So they're getting popular.
Also, some people are just better live. You know what I mean? So like that's why I'm like, well, maybe it would have been a good live show.
That's true. Maybe it would have.
I don't know.
We'll go to the next one.
Okay.
I have a whole bunch of stuff saved to go see.
Okay.
100 gex.
If it wasn't so expensive, that would be a really epic show.
So good.
I'm really just not in the market for that right now. But it would be really cool.
So good. We can find cheaper tickets maybe. We can get one. What if it's like $100? All right.
No.
Okay. All right.
No.
Well, we'll find a smaller act.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we can do that. I get emails from the place in town. I'll just keep checking to see who's coming.
Yeah. Well,
I did start this late.
Okay.
Too,
well, our bandmate jam friend, she also mentioned she wants to go out more and go to shows.
Yeah. We'll all keep an eye out.
We'll get each other to go. And then it's much easier to go to something if you have a group of people who are like, we're all going to this thing. Yeah. We're all making it happen.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, it's a lot harder just to be like, I'm going to this.
There'll probably be more like fun dance nights too, since summer's coming up. You know how we did like the Chapel Run night and stuff.
I think they do consistent disco nights, and like Charlie XCX like EDM kind of stuff, electronic stuff. So we'll get out there. Yeah. Any like ending music thoughts? Seeing venues. Perfect show. Like opener and then main act. Oh. Whoa. Yeah, I just thought
really hard question.
I just thought that'd be like a fun like ending thing to end on.
Holy crap.
I think they should have to be alive.
Well, yeah.
They should have to be alive.
Oh my god, I can't even I would think
like Courtney Barnett opening for Geese. Oh, that was a song I want. Should I say that for next episode? My current song obsession.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Well, do you have a opener and headliner?
It's really hard because
they have to be alive.
That's not even the problem.
Okay, well that was my issue. I was like, I had to stipulate that.
My problem is I got too many people I love. Holy shit.
I would say like underscores and 100 gex. That would be another one. Like underscores opening for 100 gex would be crazy show.
Oh my god, I can't even. I'm panicking.
Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh no!
Opening for.
I got it.
Okay.
I got it. Okay, Remy Wolf.
Okay.
Opening for Billie Eilish.
That's crazy.
I know.
Okay. Hear me out. Okay. Ari, Megan, and Doja together opening. Yeah, because so they can do 34, 35.
Okay.
The three of them opening for. I don't even know. I guess they'd be the headliner. They would do the show together.
Who would open for them? Let's see.
What would be crazy? Like Sabrina Carpenter opening for them?
No, Fetty Wap. Come on, man, that would go so hard.
Have you seen those TikToks? Have I sent them to you of the guy who plays the Fetty Wap song, or he'll be playing Fetty Wap on like a handheld speaker? And then he like goes up to McDonald's, is like, no doors, no problem. It goes in through the
you did send me
the car entrance,
the drive-thru.
He steps in and starts causing chaos. And then like
you did send me that.
So good. And there's like someone dressed up like Jesus, like walking in, and there's like people dressed up like Minecraft characters. Oh my god!
You did show me that.
So that'd be crazy. Fetty Wap opening for those three.
Dude.
That would be the perfect show.
That would be the perfect
That
show.
would be the perfect show.
And then I could die.